Hi, this is Roy. Welcome to Roy's Book Reviews, my new YouTube channel where I give you my thoughts of various books that I have read over the years. Many of these reviews can be found on the website Goodreads. So, um, as I give you my opinions, I'm reading my thoughts as well as adding to them as I go along. So the book I'm going to be discussing today is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. This book won the Pulitzer Prize a few years ago, and for good reason. It absolutely blew me away. One of my goals in life is to read all or as many as I can get to of the novels that have been awarded the Pulitzer Prize. Another goal is to win one for myself, since I happen to write novels. But I'm not sure which goal will be easier, because there are a lot of books that have won a Pulitzer Prize. It's been around for a while. I've gotten to a fair amount of them. I have a post at my blog, A Line a Day, where I keep track of the list of titles that have won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction and the ones that I have read so far. I still have a lot to get through, but I'm glad that I did get to All the Light We Cannot See. The plot of this novel is deceptively simple, though the narrative is laid out in intricate and inventive fashion. One of the main characters is a young German orphan boy who's handy at mechanical fidgeting, including the self-taught ability to fix just about any radio and pick up whatever transmissions are able to reach him. One such transmission that gets to Werner and his sister Jutta comes from France, and it's sent by the great uncle of a blind girl that it is his destiny to one day meet. A great deal takes place between Werner hearing the broadcast of Marie Loire's great uncle and finally crossing paths with her. That great deal is World War II. Due to his talents, Werner lands in an academy that trains German boys to become German soldiers. Since the alternative is working in the mines, and since the school is a much more likely place for his abilities to be expanded and lead him to a better life than would unthinking manual labor in the mines, the school seems to be a superior path for Werner. It allows him to escape the standard trajectory for someone raised in an orphanage in Germany during that time. Even though it means leaving his sister Jutta behind. But when your country is waging a war against a world that it is destined to lose, there is no straightforward path to success and happiness. Only orders to put on a uniform, pick up a weapon, and fight for Hitler's warped vision. As for Marie Loire, who is taught to handle herself in perpetual darkness, as well as can be done by her doting father, she ends up in the home of her great uncle and his top secret radio transmitter in a small French town on the sea. Eventually, she's separated from her father when he is taken prisoner, but left behind with her is an invaluable gift, a rare gem removed from the museum that he'd worked in to keep it safe from treasure-seeking Nazis. There is one person in particular, who's determined to find it, though not so much for its monetary worth as for its rumored magical properties. This man is quite ill, and this gem supposedly can cure whatever ails you. It is a gift that Marie Loire is unaware is in her possession, until finally figuring out clues sent by her father that lead to its discovery. The book's point of view jumps back and forth, largely between Werner and Marie Laure, but several other significant characters get turned as well. Sequences are not entirely in chronological order in this book. Although the narrative mostly marches forward, it also hops back or ahead without warning, in a fashion that somehow manages not to be disorienting. The chapters are quite short, typically no more than 5 pages. Um, this is something that I found appealing because you really get a sense of progress when you're reading a book when you get through an entire chapter. So if the chapters are short, and you can say, oh, wow, I read 5 chapters today, as opposed to having read only one chapter in a book with much longer chapters. And when you read at a kind of slow, measured pace, such as I do, I don't know why, but I like the idea of moving through chapters at a rapid rate, which is easy to do when they're only 4 or 5 pages long. So I found this to be an appealing literary tactic that resulted in particularly easy reading, and I think you will as well. That plus Anthony Doerr's wonderful style of prose and the riveting storyline. I could say more, a lot more, about this very special novel, but I won't, as I don't want to let slip any spoilers, and I do not believe I can adequately sum up with my humble words what Doerr constructs for readers with his majestic ones. I'll just say that All the Light We Cannot See was very worthy of the Pulitzer Prize and any other prizes that it won. I give it my highest recommendation. I gave it 5 stars in my review on Goodreads. I haven't been mentioning the amount of stars in these videos that I've given books because I don't know, what does it really matter if I give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I'm giving you my opinions, summarizing the storylines as best as I can, trying not to give too much away, but telling you enough so you get a general idea for what kind of story you would be reading if you choose to give it a shot. So maybe you would give it 5 stars, maybe you would give it 30. I don't know, but it's an unbelievable novel. And stop listening to me right now and run out and get it and read it. Let me know what you thought.